Alright, people, you know what? Here's some facts that people should know about, alright? Obama has screwed us big time in this country. He keeps putting us more and more in the hole. He keeps lying to us all the time. The Obamacare is a bunch of garbage. Alright, you know what? In 2016, we don't need a Democrat. We don't need a Republican. We do not need an independent to run for office. Okay? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Look at the facts. Democrats lie. Republicans lie. Anybody that's ever had anything to do with politician at all will lie. The senators lie. The Republicans lie. Chiefs of police lie. Lawyers lie. Judges lie. Everybody lies. Alright? Anybody that's in any kind of government field, forget it. Alright? What we need to run for 2016 president is a normal human, 100% true American with no background in politicians at all. You know why? Because they know what it's like to be poor. They know what it's like to struggle trying to make ends meet. Alright? I work 5 days a week. 40 hours a week for $10.50 an hour in this country. I bring home $2.95 a week after taxes. Between paying car payment, car insurance, gas in the car, rent, and utilities, I have $50 left a month to my name. I barely scrape by. I can't get food stamps because I make over $1,000 a month. I make $1,100 a month. And you know what? With all my bills and everything, I barely get by, and it's a bunch of garbage. Things need to change in this country. Put a real, true American in office who knows what it's like to struggle and go through every single day trying to make ends meet and barely get by. People with kids, people with families, people that are just barely scraping by, and they will straighten this country out, alright? There's no reason for gas prices to be over $3 when we pay $86 a barrel for oil. Alright, when you look at the oil prices back in 2003, 2004, 2005, they were $80 to $96 a barrel, and we were paying $2 and change a gallon for gas. They're back to that prices now, and we're still paying over $3 a gallon. It's ridiculous. Wake up, America. You know why? Because we need a real, true American in office that's going to put change in us. We don't need to be in no third world country and fights and wars anymore. We don't need to be sacrificing our men and women, our sons and daughters overseas right now. The wars are done. We got Saddam. We got Osama bin Laden over there. You know what? Afghanistan's done. Iraq's done. And bring our troops home, bring our men and women home, because that's wasting millions and millions and billions of dollars every single year to keep fighting, and we keep still losing guys over there, men and women over there, sons and daughters. But they don't want to do that on TV no more. We have no right, we have no business in third world countries. We need to stay out of them, defend our own country, get America back on track. We need to create jobs. We need to take care of this Obamacare, get rid of that completely, increase minimum wage from $7.25 an hour to at least a minimum of $11 an hour. We need to get gas prices down. We need to increase Social Security. We need to help out the poor. We need to help out the people that need money. People can't put their kids through college anymore because nobody can make ends meet no more. What these politicians and government officials don't realize is when food prices, gas prices, and everything goes up, it's not increasing our wages. Our pay's not going up. Our pockets ain't filling up with money so we can make ends meet. We got a lot of people losing their houses. A lot of poor people out there that can't afford food, that can't afford a roof over their head. They have to live with people on minimum wage because they can't afford a place on their own. We need to help out our own people first. What really gets to me is why those welfare people in New York State get over $40,000 a year, and I work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, and I don't even make $40,000 a year. I make $12,000 a year. You know what? How is that fair? If you're capable of working and everything, you should be able to work. Unless you have a mental disability that prevents you from working completely. You know, people with bipolar out there should work. You know, and they can hold a job. They just don't want to work. People will make too many excuses. There's too many lazy people in this country. You know what? Change needs to come to this country. You know, put a real American in office. You know, we need change in this country. If we get a real American in office, they're going to do what they say they will do because they know what it's like to be down and out. Not no government official that's just going to bullshit and lie just to get in office. It's ridiculous, you know. Put a real American in office. If I was old enough to run, I would run. I'd put my name on that ballot. You know why? Because I would turn this country around. You know, people power will succeed. You get enough people to sign a petition and get a normal 110% true full-blooded American in office that's been poor, that knows what it's like to be homeless. You know, that works an average American job, that barely scrapes by. They will bring change to this country. They will increase minimum wage. They will straighten this country out and get it back on track where we used to be. No crazy wars where we don't need to be. No wasting billions of dollars. No lying to you. No lying to us American citizens. You know, we need to have the rights to bear arms. You know why? Because if somebody's coming into my house and breaking into my house with a gun or a knife, I want something to defend myself with. I'm going to shoot you. You know why? Because you're on my home turf. You're breaking into my property. I don't know if you're going to kill me. I don't know if you're going to do anything to my family. But you know what? I'm going to defend myself the way it should be in America. You know, our freedom gets taken more and more away every single day. Now they can tap in, now they're listening to our cell phone conversations, checking out our emails and everything. It's ridiculous. We need our own privacy, you know. You want to keep inviting us and everything, Obama and government officials? It's ridiculous, you know. You don't need to do that. We're not terrorists. We're not like the people that did 9/11. So you know what? Get off our back. Stop taking away our damn freedom. You know, you don't do no good for us anyways, except take away more and more freedom every day, you know. So put a real American on the ballot in 2016. Get enough petitions going around. Get somebody on the ballot. Because if I could run, I would definitely bring change to this country. I would promise more, higher minimum wage for the true working American. I would make sure that when everything goes up, food prices and everything goes up, your pay goes up so you can make ends meet. I want to put us in no wars where we don't need to be. You come in our country, you invade our country, you hurt us Americans, you kill our civilians, then I would go to their country and straighten them out. I would use our force, our military, to tell you that you can't come to our country, you can't kill our citizens and get away with it, alright? You know, we need our privacy back. We need our gun laws back. We all need the right to bear arms. We all need the right to defend ourselves. It shouldn't be a crime against us at all. You know, gas prices need to go down. It's ridiculous that the oil prices, these oil companies rape us on money every single day. You know, it's not fair to us Americans. You know, America, wake up. Put a true American in office. Somebody with no government background, no senator, no governor, no lawyer, nobody that has anything to do with politics at all. Put a real American citizen that has an average job, that knows what it's like to be poor and struggle all their lives, that can make it better for us. They will not lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you guys. You know, God is the only one that judges me. I pray every single night to God. You know, and you know, I believe that we need a new justice systems because when I was locked up in jail for 7 months, I watched a guy that I went to court with, a guy in his 50s that raped his 12-year-old niece. got out of jail in 4 months. And me, all I did was break an order of protection by texting my ex-fiance. And I got locked up in jail for 7 months. It's ridiculous. I didn't do no crime. I never had a criminal record before in my entire life until my ex put an order of protection on me because I wouldn't send my rights over to our unborn baby boy that she had. And she locked me up in jail, and I texted her because I wanted to work on things and try to be a true family to her. So I got thrown in jail for 7 months for breaking an order of protection once. It was my first ever criminal record in my entire life. And for somebody that did a petty crime, not a violent crime, I did 7 months while a guy that raped his 12-year-old niece got out in 4? Where's the justice system in that? You let rapos walk, but you put people in jail with petty crimes? But you let rapos walk so they can get out and do it again? They should be locked up for life. You know, once they do it, they're going to do it again. You know, and I believe in an eye for an eye. You rape somebody, you kill somebody, you should be locked up for life. You steal with a gun and you shoot somebody, you should be shot. You know, do unto others as they do unto you. You know, we need a true justice system that's going to work. You know, everything's going to change. Everything needs to change with somebody real in office. So America, 2016, get an average citizen on the ballot to run. Because you know, they know what it's like to struggle all their life. You know that they barely make ends meet as it is. The money's not going to go to their head. The power isn't going to go to their head. I wouldn't let the power go to my head. I wouldn't let the money go to my head because I have no money now as it is. You know, I would use that money. If I was in office, I would take a pay cut. You know what I would give myself for a yearly salary as President of the United States of America? I would give myself $24,000 a year to live off. These government officials, these politicians and everything, the senators, their pay wages would be cut. Why? Because instead of them taxing us, the poor, and the rich getting away with everything, they would all take a salary cut. They would all live off $24,000 a year. Why? So they know what it's like to barely just get by. They would live off minimum wage, just like us. They would know what it feels like to barely be able to afford your rent. To not be able to supply clothes and food for your family and keep a roof over their heads. I would tax the rich. And I wouldn't tax the poor at all. I would increase the minimum wage. I would increase the poor wages. You know, if you live there ain't no middle class. It's either you live in a rich class or you live in a poverty class. Which 90% of America these days live in the poverty class. They would get all the tax breaks. They would get more income taxes back. They would get help going to school. They would get help keeping their houses. They would get help for medical bills. For all the bills that they need help with. They would get help. Why? Because they don't need to struggle no more. The rich have all this money. If you have over $100,000 a year income, you're rich. You know why? And you should be increased more on tax. You should help the poor for once. The rich need to know what it's like to be poor and have the crap taxed out of you. It's not fair to us. They get away with everything. If you got money, you get away with everything. You have everything. They need to know what it feels like to struggle, to barely scrape by, to not have everything given to them, to earn everything. Like us. It's not right in this country. Everybody's the same. We all bleed the same. Some of us work because we have to work. The rich don't have to work because they got all those millions of dollars handed to them, or however they earn it. They sit back, drive their high 30, 40, 50,000, $100,000 cars, live in their $120,000 houses, whatever. They have everything. They have maids. They have people that cut their lawns and everything. They have people that go grocery shopping, nannies and everything. It's not fair to us. They need to know what it's like to be like us for once. They need to be on our level. We get taxed. We get health care increases. I just got health care increases. Why? To make up for the people that don't have any. For the people that refuse to work. If you can work, if you're capable of working, you should work, not live for free. Welfare people make $40,000 a year in New York State, where I make $11,000, $12,000 a year, working a 40-hour week at $10.50. Where's the fairness in that? It's not. You live better on welfare than you do working a minimum wage job. It's not fair to the working person. The slogan for 2016, people, is people power. Why? You get enough people together, people will prevail. Your voices will be heard. Your voices need to be heard. There needs to be drastic change in this country, or else we're going to go back to the Depression era, which we're already headed on. We need to straighten out where our money's going. We need to cut politicians' pay. We need to take their money away and put that towards all the billions and billions and trillions of dollars we're behind. We need to stop these wars. We need to stop being in Iraq. We need to stop being in Afghanistan. We need to stop these drone attacks on Somalia and Yemen, Afghanistan, Iraq. We need to pull our troops out. We need to worry about America, not third world countries. Afghanistan don't want us there. Iraq don't want us there no more. We need to get out. We got Osama. We got Saddam. Our job is done. Bring our troops home. If they attack us again, we drop a nuke on them. We get it over and done with. We don't send no ground troops in. We don't send no sons or daughters in there at all. We drop one bomb on them, and that's it. Get it over and done with. Less money to be spent, no lives to be sacrificed. It's time to focus on America. So, let's start impeachment together. You know, let's get a lot of signatures together, America. Let's get a real America on the ballot in 2016. And let's do it. Let's wake up. Let's use our power. Let's use our voices. We get enough people together. We can do this. We can take office in 2016. We can run this country. We can change it around. We can bring change to this country, which needs to be done. So let's go. Let's do it together. Let's get that petition signed around. No. Pick a true American. You know, let's get it going. Let's start YouTube videos. We get enough, views and everything. We can get it on public TV and everything, which it needs to be done. Our voices need to be heard. There needs to be change. People power, America. Wake up. We can bring change to this country. So let's go. If we could get that age limit dropped and I could run, let's get me on that ballot. Because I will say it like it is. The truth shall be heard. Let's go, America. Let's do it. 2016, let's get one of us on the ballot. And let's get one of us on the debates and everything. Why? Because we can bring change. Because we know what it's like to be poor. We know what it's like to struggle. We know all these politicians lie to us every single day because they don't want the truth to be told. Let's bring change to America. People power. Let's go. Let's do it. 2016, people power shall prevail.